Let's get all sorted. I'm James.
And I'm Jeff. Today we look at Lego and disability.
As always, if you want to check out links to everything we're talking about today, head over to breakingdads.com.
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 You can also leave us comments there, or you can find us on Twitter. I'm at Still Sorting.
And if you like what we're doing, please let someone else know about our podcast. Spread the word however you would like. We are extremely grateful. We've seen it happening, and it's awesome.
We appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah. So this week, we're just straight up right into Lego and disability.
We really like to pick the light topics.
I noticed that.
And all sort of, don't we? This all started because Lego created quite a stir at the Nuremberg International Toy Fair in Germany this January, with the first public display of the set 60134 Fun in the Park City People Pack. Pictures from this started popping up in articles all around the world. Now, what caused this amazing worldwide media explosion? Let's take a look at the headlines, shall we?
All right.
Very common headlines were things along the lines of Lego unveils its first ever wheelchair character, or Lego unveils first ever disabled minifigure.
Okay.
Clearly, this is a big step for the world's largest toy company. And I don't want to minimize what Lego is doing here, but I do think we need to look at how this is being reported.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at Lego unveils its first ever wheelchair character.
Okay.
That is true. If you don't count this Legoland set from 1975, set 363 Hospital, back when they were really good at naming sets.
Yeah.
And basically, this was pointed out to me by fellow Canadian and listener Jean-Philippe Serrois. I'm not good with names.
We apologize in advance.
Again, you can find him as at JP underscore SIROIS on Twitter. He's fun to follow, so follow him. But yep, he tweeted me this set, and it is indeed from 1975. It's from the Legoland line with the Legoland minifigures, and there is a person in a wheelchair.
So not a disability exactly.
No.
In a brick-built
in
wheelchair.
a hospital setting, although they really do need the wheelchair because their body is ripped in half.
Well, they also need it because they don't have faces.
That's right.
So they've got a lot of problems.
Or
in this
arms.
hospital.
Yeah, I don't know. It is trouble. I agree. Like, that is like, who's doing the surgeries here?
This is some horror
that could explain
story.
why this woman ended up with her legs in front of her,
Yeah.
just sort of offset.
Why did we let you drive a car?
Why? What are you in for? Offset body.
Offset body.
Yeah. So but it was a brick-built wheelchair.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and they thought, wow, what a good idea that was, which is why 50 years later, is that right?
40
years later, I'm good at math. In 2015, they gave us a Duplo set, 45010 Community People set. And this did not go over very well.
No.
As this featured a wheelchair, and the person they put in the wheelchair was an old man, which they took a lot of flack for sort of the stereotypical wheelchairs are for people that break their leg or are just old.
Right.
Which is not really the case.
No. I guess if you're hanging around a hospital, yeah, then that is the case. But outside of the hospital setting,
Yes,
or the old folks' home.
Exactly. There are many people that use wheelchairs that don't have broken bones or are old.
Yeah.
But there's two examples of wheelchairs they made before this upcoming wheelchair. The other headline, Lego reveals first ever disabled minifigure. Now that is also true if you don't count the dozens of disabled minifigures they've made over the years with either prosthetic legs or hands or often sight issues.
Yeah.
The Paul K. Longmore Institute on Disability blog has a great article on Lego's long history of making disabled minifigures. They call the classic pirate minifigure a disability action figure with its hook hand, eye patch, and peg leg.
It's funny. That was the first thing that came to mind when I thought of this topic. I was thinking, oh yeah, well, there's the pirate there.
Yeah, he's definitely had to adapt in life.
He has.
Yeah.
Not your typical disability figure that you would think of, though, as we don't normally see him all the time in life.
No.
I don't encounter him at the grocery store.
No. And if you did, you'd think, you've made some choices here.
Yeah,
like
those are bold choices.
Like, you have to ask, do you have the are you wearing the pirate hat because of the peg leg and the hook, or did you get the peg leg and the hook because of the pirate hat?
And what about the pirate or the
yes,
parrot?
Parrot.
That's just
Maybe it's an assistance parrot.
It could be.
Yeah. But anyway, if Lego has made characters in wheelchairs and disabled minifigures before, what makes this particular set with its boy in a wheelchair such a big deal? I guess as we were talking about, Lego's previous disabled figures come from the world of fantasy.
That's a
right?
big one.
Yeah. Pirates have peg legs and hook hands, not to represent people living with disability, but rather just as tropes of the genre.
And I think that's an important distinction.
And Lego's previous use of wheelchairs in sets were all about their temporary use, either due to injury or old age. Right? The Fun in the Park set shows a definite shift in tone. Now you've got a boy who happens to be in a wheelchair out for a day of fun in the park.
Yeah, I think even the name of the set that, they really went... they really thought that one out.
Yes.
They put, they're like, okay, what are we going to call this? Fun in the Park, City People Pack. So he's having fun in the park, just like everybody else, and he's part of the city people.
Yeah.
So very inclusive title to the set, very inclusive idea. The wheels move.
Yes.
That was
an
a
upgrade,
major
yes,
complaint.
over the Duplo.
That's awesome. That's a good set too. And also this one you can swap out any characters. So if you want to include one of the other characters as having a disability, away you go.
Yeah, exactly. You now have a wheelchair part that you can use any way you'd like. I guess the big question is, why has Lego chosen to include this minifigure in this set at this time? Now, the easy answer would be to quote our new Canadian Prime Minister, because it's 2016.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, unfortunately, life, especially when you're dealing with a multi-billion-dollar international company, is rarely that simple. So let's look at how Lego may have arrived at this decision. Okay? As we enter the speculation portion.
This is our forte.
Our patented speculation portion of the episode. Some people feel Lego was pressured into including a disabled minifigure by special interest groups. Groups like Toys Like Me, which we linked to their Facebook page. They started a petition to have Lego begin making minifigs that could represent the 150 million children worldwide living with disabilities, which is not a bad thing to try to pressure a company into doing, I would say. You could also look at the negative reaction Lego received in 2015 for the Duplo wheelchair, and that might have put Lego in a position where they had to make a disabled character to erase the bad publicity they'd gotten.
How much is Lego really swayed by public opinion? Well, quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, because if you look at the Lego Research Institute with the female science minifigures, which just flew off the shelves super quick, that was part of a huge debate around Lego and gender, which led to them including a lot more female minifigs in every set. So, if you buy a spaceship set, you're going to have a female astronaut.
Yeah.
Have they moved beyond tokenism in the sets?
Yeah.
That's a debate I think that can still continue on.
Or Lego's response to Ai Weiwei wanting to buy bulk Lego, that they quickly changed it. Well, not quickly. Lego never does anything super quick, because I think a lot of organizations would have put out a press statement the next day and would have went, whoa, okay, you know what? We made a mistake. Let's fix this. Boom, done. And let's move on.
Yeah.
Lego's like, let us get the secret chamber of Lego elders together, and that will take a few months, and then we'll come to a conclusion. And then we will...
That being said, it's nice that they aren't... I think that's evidence that they aren't just swayed by public opinion and make snap decisions.
They really do think, yeah.
And they seem to be open to criticism and not deflect it all of the time.
Right.
That doesn't mean they don't do it some of the time, but they will listen and go, hey, you know what? We can change things. Maybe we could do things a little differently here.
Yeah, and it like you said, because it's not a snap decision, I don't get the sense it's purely from a sales-driven perspective. They're thinking... I imagine they think about legacy, and they think about doing the right thing as a toy company.
Yeah.
And how people, they know they've had longevity, they would like to continue to have longevity, and they know they will be judged in the decades to come by these decisions. So let's get it right now.
Exactly. And I think as a privately held company, there tends to be more thought put into hey, we've built a factory here and we are employing a lot of people and we would like to continue to have this factory and those people working for as long as they want.
Yeah.
But that's not to say Lego isn't sometimes swayed by sales.
Yes.
And so
No,
you
it's
could
true.
argue Lego created this minifigure and put it in this set knowing it would draw a lot of attention and therefore it would sell really, really well. So that would be, I guess, the cynical argument. You can go, hey, Lego had great success with the Research Institute. Maybe they wanted to make another splash.
I think they just don't have, it's going to sell well whether they want it to or not, so they can't avoid this.
Well, and again, I whenever people talk about like, oh, they did it because it'll sell well, like Lego has a bunch of factories running at full capacity all of the time, and they still couldn't keep Lego on the shelves worldwide this Christmas.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Selling things is not their problem.
No.
Making enough to sell is the problem.
Exactly.
So I'd say that's one of the reasons. Also, the other couple reasons this argument doesn't hold up, if Lego was prepared for an onslaught of media attention on the set, they sure didn't show it. They didn't have any images or a press release ready to go at the start of the toy fair about this set. And that's why, every article on this this set, you see the same few images that were taken by a Lego blog on the first day of the show.
Right.
That's it. There's no Lego taking the glamour shots in a beautiful light box to give you a really good look at the minifigure. It's the same pictures over and over. And two, I would argue Lego had no reason to believe that adding a wheelchair to a set would automatically make a set sell. In fact, Lego has a lot of data available to them that just proves the opposite. Over the years, Lego Ideas has had dozens of projects that feature wheelchairs. None of these projects has ever reached the 10,000 votes needed to move to the review stage. In fact, only one has managed to pass the 5,000 vote mark, and it's a very nice set, but it's still stalled out at 6,800 votes.
All told, are they generally? I don't know these ones. Are they generally nice sets, or is it that it was
like
a
everything on Lego
tokenistic
Ideas,
gesture, or what was the response?
No, the one that got the 6,800, we'll link to it on the website again. It's quite a nice set. It basically is a brick built wheelchair, a gentleman in it, and it's by a handicap ramp, accessible, to move places, to get into places. And it looks really well put together.
I guess it wasn't part of a larger theme or a larger thing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one of these ones that would have been prohibitively expensive if it came out. Now, a lot of the wheelchair ones, there are ones that are bare bones ideas or bizarre executions, but that's true of everything in Lego Ideas. Even the Toys Like Me campaign did a Santa Claus in a wheelchair set with a couple, and even that only got a few thousand votes. And that's with the 20,000 people that signed the petition. It was linked to directly from the petition.
Wow.
Yeah, and Stephen Merchant tweeted out about that set to his tens of thousands of followers, and still couldn't even muster 5,000 votes.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Again, I don't think Lego thought, hey, wheelchairs equals cash dollars,
No.
y'all. Mostly because I don't think anyone at Lego has ever said y'all. So that's the sort of cynical arguments for why they did it. I would like to believe that this was a genuine attempt by Lego to increase diversity in the minifigure population. But the only way we're able to know if that's true or not is to see what Lego does going forward, right? Now that Lego has a wheelchair mold, will the piece start showing up in more sets?
Right.
Right.
I would hope so.
Yeah, a good example of it, how it could go wrong, is if you look at Barbie, right? Do you remember Share a Smile Becky, Barbie's friend in a wheelchair?
I do not.
No. It's okay if you don't remember, though, because she was released in 1997 and then never seen again.
Huh.
I hope our new Lego friend gets to do more than spend one day at a park.
Yeah. Wow.
If 3 years from now we look back and see that the only one disabled minifigure appeared in one set, you can go ahead and call it a cynical attempt at a cash grab, and they've done it and they've moved on. They just wanted the press and the money. I, for one, would love to see a modular building set with accessibility built in and a minifig in a wheelchair to more accurately represent the world I see outside my door.
Yeah.
Or, hey, how about a Lego superhero set with a bystander minifig that happens to have forearm crutches?
I think with, if you just look at, I mean, Lego reflects to a certain extent the world around us with, like, say, Lego City.
Yeah.
And they have, the bits of the city. All modern cities have building codes that have
Yes.
disability regulations written into them. So if you're going to be creating quote unquote cities, those cities, they try to semi-represent a kind of reality. Well, that is a big chunk of building design now, is how do we deal with disability?
Absolutely.
It's just it's done. It's decades.
It
done.
would be a challenge in a modular build to have complete accessibility,
Right.
because Lego's dimensions are weird.
Right.
They're taller than they are wide, so things tend to get a weird.
And you see that in a lot of buildings. That's also reflects in reality.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of buildings that have done a lot of really weird things to deal with retrofitting accessibility or just design restraints. So, yeah, it's a design issue. And you're good at design, Lego. So
That's right. I do not believe there's a design challenge Lego and its designers couldn't overcome.
no.
So let's see it.
Yeah,
It would be interesting from a design standpoint.
that's just a building regulation.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got all the restraints they have. This is just one more restraint.
We'll see.
Yeah. I'm skeptical.
Me too. I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful that Lego will continue to add diversity to its lineup. Maybe a blind minifigure with a seeing eye dog, or maybe a minifigure with a cochlear implant. Although since minifigures don't have ears, that one might be tough to do.
That may be.
I, for one thing, this is a step in the right direction for Lego, and I hope it's a sign of things to come. My hope is that in a few years, seeing disabled minifigs in a set will become common enough that no one really notices or cares.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's our take on it. What do you think out there in Listenerland? Has Lego done enough to add diversity to the Lego world, or would you like to see Lego go farther? Let us know. You can leave a comment again on breakingdads.com or hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Still Sorting.
Until next time, I've been James.
And I'm still Jeff.